Hello everyone, my name is Andika Novian Ramadan with NPM 22316061, class TK 22B. Using the right system development life cycle or SDLC method for an embedded system development project require an in-depth understanding of unique characteristic of embedded system, the challenge faced and how each SDLC methodology can address those specific needs. The following explanation of choosing the right system development lifecycle or SDLC method for an embedded system development project. The first is introduction to SDLC and embedded system. SDLC is framework. SDLC is framework that defines the steps that must be passed to develop software or system from start to finish. This method includes several steps such as require analysis, design, implementation, testing, and maintenance. Embedded systems, on the other hand, are systems that are integrated with specific hardware and are often used in IoT device, industrial automation system, medical device, and others. Embedded systems have specific characteristics such as resource limitation, real-time needs, and close integration between hardware and software. Therefore, choosing the right SDLC method is crucial to ensure the success of an embedded system development project. The second is traditional SDLC methodology or waterfall. Waterfall is a traditional sequential SDLC method where each phase must be complete before the next phase begins. Waterfall advantage is a clear structure and well-defined stage, allowing a team to understand what to do at each stage. Detailed documentation at each stage with facilities maintenance and knowledge transfer. Waterfall weakness is inflexible to change that occur during development. So if there is a change in requirement, it will be difficult to adjust. Less suitable for a project that require iteration and customize based on user feedback due to the linear approach. The third is Agile methodology. Agile is an interactive incremental method, emphasizing flexibility and collaboration between teams. Agile advantage is the ability to adapt to changing needs during development, allowing teams to adjust priorities and features according to the latest feedbacks. Iteration that enable continuous testing and feedback, ensuring that the product is always in usable state and meet user needs. Agile weakness is require a highly skilled team and good communication. Do it is dynamic and fast nature. Documentation may lack depth compared to traditional methods, which can be a challenge for long-term maintenance. The fourth is rapid application development or RAD methodology. RAD emphasizes rapid development through prototype and frequent user feedback. RAD advantage is rapid and iterative development process, enabling product to be launched faster to market. Focus on delivering prototypes that can be tested and refined, enabling early detection and rectification of issues. That weakness is maybe less suitable for projects with large scale and complex requirements due to the rapid and interactive approach. Require an intensive time commitment from the end user, which may be difficult to obtain if the user has time constraint. The fifth is V-model methodology. The V-model is variant of waterfall that emphasizes verification and validation at every stage of development. V-model advantage a highly organized structure with an with a focus on testing and validation, ensuring high quality in every stage of development. Each stage has a corresponding testing phase, ensuring that every aspect of the system is through test before moving on to the next stage. The model weakness is less flexible to change during development, as each stage must be fully complete before moving on to the next. Very strict documentation and process, which can be burden for smaller team or project with high change needs. The sixth is choosing the right methodology. Factor to consider is selecting the right SDLC methodology for an embedded system development project and include. Project complexity is highly complex project may be later suited for highly structure methods such as V-model or waterfall, which provide a clear and detailed framework. User involvement is if user feedback is critical, Agile or RAID may be a better fit, as this method allow for frequent interaction and adjustments based on user feedback. Changing needs, projects that are likely to experience many changes in requirement are better suited for Agile methodologies, which are designed to adapt to change that occur during development. Resource limitation is methodologies such as waterfall may be more suitable for resource-constrained teams that require detailed documentation and a clear structural. The seventh is case studies and practical examples. To provide a deeper understanding, provide a real-life example of an embedded system project and the SDLC methodology used. For example, the development of an IoT device with an Agile methodology to enable rapid iteration and continuous testing. Discuss how the chosen method help in dealing with specific challenge in the project, such as the need of efficiency, integrate hardware and software, and ensure that the system can function reliably under various operational conditions. The eighth is conclusion. In conclusion, summarize all the main points that have been discussed. Emphasize the importance of choosing an SDLC methodology that use the specific need of the project and the characteristic of the embedded system. Ensure the audience to consider all relevant factors before deciding on the SDLC methodology to use. The right choice will help ensure that the embedded system development project can be complete successful and on schedule, on budget, and meeting all SBL's function and non-function requirement. The ninth is implementation of methodology selection of project management. In addition to the tactical aspect, it's also important to consider how the choice of SDLC methodology will affect the overall project management. The first is time and schedule management. Is methodology such as waterfall with clear stage and help in planning a more structural project schedule. However, Agile or RAID methodologies with short lead iteration may be more flexible in adjusting the schedule according to project development and feedback received. The second is risk management. Is embedded system often have high risk related to performance and security. The V-model methodology that emphasizes verification and validation at every stage can help in identifying and mitigating risk early. Agile is also effective risk management with an iterative approach that allow for quick adjustment as issues are discovered. The third is budget management. Project with tight budget may be better suited for more planned and document methodologies such as waterfall or V-model. On the other hand, Agile can be effective in managing budget with small iteration that allow for better control and prioritization of important feature. The 10 is challenge and solution in embedded system development. Using the right methodology should also consider the unique challenge faced in embedded system development. Resource limitation: embedded system often operate with memory power and processing limitation. Methodologies such as RAID that enable rapid prototype development and testing can help identify and address this limitation early in the development process. Real-time needs is embedded system often have to meet strange real-time requirement. A view model with a focus on testing and validation at every stage can help ensure that the system meets critical real-time performance needs. Security is embedded system are often used in critical applications where security is critical. Waterfall or view model with rigorous documentation and testing at each stage can help ensure that all aspects of security are properly checked and implement. The 11 is final conclusion. In selecting an SDLC methodology for embedded system development project, it is important to consider all the factors discussed above. There is no one methodology that fits all projects. The decision should be based on the specific characteristics of the project, use needs, technical limitation, and team capabilities. By choosing the right methodology, the development team and ensure that they produce an embedded system that not only meets all technical requirements but can also be delivered on time and within budget. So that's all the video from me. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.